Alright, this is the last video. This is going to talk about basically bringing all your files together in one folder to turn in, and saving your colored image as a EPS and a PDF and an AI, and then taking a look at this rubric here. And as you scroll down, you can see there's an InDesign layout, and it needs to be exported to a PDF, and it needs to have stroke on the images. Images need to be inserted. There needs to be 5 text boxes, one for your name, one for a title, one for the black and white vector, one for the color vector, and a description of the editing. And then you need to do something with the background. So you may want to create that background in Photoshop. You can use a gradient in InDesign, whatever it may be. So I'm going to go over how to make that and how to save these files. So the first thing we're going to do is, once you're finished with everything in Illustrator, you come in here and you want to save this. Just save as, and we're going to save this as self-portrait, color, turn-in, and then I'm going to save this in my turn-in folder. I'm going to say save. Save that and go ahead and click through these dialog boxes. Next thing we're going to do is save this as EPS. So same thing, except I'm going to call it an EPS file. Save, click OK. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go to say Export, export this as a have to do save as. Excuse me. Go to File, Save As, and we're going to do a Save As PDF. And only the color one. We're only saving this color one as a PDF. According to the rubric, we'll go back to that in a second. And Save As PDF. Now when I go back to the rubric and I take a look at these file types, so I have a black and white AI file, a color AI file, black and white EPS, a color EPS, a color PDF. Let's take a look at my file, turn-in folder. Okay. Alright, those are all of my files so far. Alright, so I have all of those. Now I need a original photo. Okay, self-portrait right here. Black and white one with the background removed, that's right here. And a color with the background removed, that's right here. Everything's in a folder labeled turn-in. Alright, and the project's identified there as well. Alright, now I'm going to add another file to this folder in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to InDesign first. Okay, so let's scroll back down here. This is the InDesign rubric. So I'm going to go ahead and go to InDesign. I'm going to go to File, New, and I'm going to click Document. And I'm going to do a horizontal or a landscape. So I'm going to do 11 by 8.5. Click OK. And then I'm going to create a rectangle. Alright, and I'm going to change this width to 10 and the height to 8, and then I'm going to take my selection tool and I'm going to move this. Alright, and I'm going to do a gradient. Actually, for this one I'll probably just do a solid background on this one. Alright, so I need to move up a little bit here. So my guides aren't coming up, if you notice that, my quick guides. So if you go to View, Grids and Guides, those should be showing up. I'm not quite sure why they're not at this point. Quick guides. So I'm just going to go ahead and center this right now based on my margin, that pink line. Alright, so once I get that, I'm going to fill this. So I'm going to go to Color, I'm going to go to color, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill this in to whatever color I wish. So, my opinion, for mine specifically, I want to do like a orangish color. So I'm going to go ahead and pick color, select that. I'm going to pick in this orangish area. Okay, peach. Okay, so I'll go with this for my background. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating my text boxes. Or actually, let's create our boxes and insert our images. So here's one. I'm going to go to File and then Place, and I'm going to place my image. That is not the right file. Place my image in there. The color one or the black and white. It doesn't really matter which one you start with. So I'm going to go ahead to my turn in folder, and I'm going to just place I'll do my PDF first here. I'm going to place that in there. Okay, and once again we're going to use our auto fit tools to go ahead and fit that in there. Go ahead and click on that, and then I'm going to use my auto fit tool up here, and if you notice, this one is fit content proportionately. Alright, and then I'm going to go back and adjust my frame. And I'm going to do the same thing for this one. So then I'll go to File, Place my black and white. Same thing, use this auto fit tool and adjust my frame. Okay, so those are my two finished products. And what I'm going to do, this one still could use a little bit of work, but that's alright. For demonstration purposes, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create all of my text boxes. So I'm going to go to Text, Type Tool, create one in the bottom corner right here, right now, just my name. And then up here, I'm going to create one for the title. So we're going to call this Self-Portrait Vector, and we'll create a caption under each of these. So this one I'm going to say color. This one's going to be pretty basic. This will say black and white. Alright, and then I'm going to create a text box down here on description. So this was originally raster. Now make sure you use proper grammar in here. I'm noticing a lot of you are, it basically looks like you're writing a text message to your friend. Okay, and you're going to go through this and write the description of the assignment. Alright, and what I would do is apply some sort of special effects to this text. So I would go ahead and change it to maybe like 30 point, and then select the actual box that contains the text, and then go ahead and click on Object, Effects, and you can choose like Drop Shadow and other effects. Alright, and if you click Preview, you can preview what that's going to look like. Go ahead and take a little time to create this layout. And go in and probably want to edit, change some of these, some of this text maybe to like different font, and add some effects to it. Okay, and then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to go to File, Export, and you're going to export, not save, but export this InDesign to that turn-in folder. And once you get this exported, let's say Final, Export. We're going to export this as a PDF. Adobe PDF Interactive, and save. Make sure your resolution's 300. Click OK. Click OK. It's going to export this to a PDF. Once this is exported and every everything's arranged in that folder, you need to drag and drop that into the J drive and print that rubric out and turn it in.